You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Welcome back for another episode of Ride Like a Local. This week we're back in Two Hills, Alberta, Canada's most rider-friendly community for the Fallen Riders Memorial Park grand opening and the Run to the Hills Memorial Rally. Bob Ross and I are out at the site of the Wayside Memorial Park, which is going to be the home of the Fallen Riders Memorial that has been the brainchild of this man here, Bob Ross. Bob, tell me, what was the inspiration? What made you decide that riders needed a memorial where they could come to remember their buddies?
Well, it's just everyone who rides a bike is touched by this sooner or later. It's it's one of the inescapable facts of life that death touches everyone sooner or later. And as a motorcyclist, I just didn't see anywhere that riders could go and reflect on their loss and their just some quiet reflection in a place to a focal point. Right. There's nothing like that available for people to go to.
Was there any one situation or any one aha moment that brought you to that conclusion?
No, it wasn't a specific loss or anything.
A 99-year lease on this piece of property. It's all treed all around on two sides and has a beautiful view of the little village, or little town, I should say, of Two Hills. The golf course just behind us. Give our audience a little bit of a sense of what your vision for this is.
Well, using the existing structures here, we're not starting from scratch. There were existing structures here. There's restrooms here. Everything was in pretty sad shape. It had been neglected for a long time when we got it, but we've put metal roofs on now. We're beginning painting. We're fixing everything up slowly but surely. We're getting everything started. It's been a long, hard road to get to this point, but now that we're moving on with it, it's gonna start happening pretty quick. The vision is the main structure here is going to serve as a chapel or a meeting room. It'll be multifunction, but it will be a place where people need to have a facility for a service or whatever. That will be available for them. There'll be extra chairs, tables, whatnot that they can set up on the grounds, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. The monument itself will be here. It'll just for quiet reflection. People will be able to ride in, pay their respects. Have a barbecue, hang out, just enjoy the day. Mm-hmm. So basically what I'm understanding then is you're envisioning, say, a group of a half a dozen riders from some riding club that have lost a friend, maybe riding out here for an afternoon, holding a little memorial service, breaking some bread together, perhaps camping in the back eventually at some point, and then being able to wander through the gardens around the memorial and see the names of all of the fallen riders that families have asked to be inscribed here. Absolutely, that's the whole idea. Like I said, we have the chairs and tables and whatnot. If you needed to have a service or whatnot, they'd be here. Probably accommodate up to 100 people.
Well, there's what did you say? Pretty close to 1.5 acres of land here?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's it going to take to finish this? What's it going to take, not monetarily, okay? It's probably going to take a lot of money. But manpower-wise, what's it going to take to be able to get this thing to a point where people can start coming here?
That's been our shortcoming since the very beginning, even with the rally, getting things started and whatnot. This is a small community, and our human resources are sometimes stretched to their limits. Right. So
just some trades and whatnot to come out and give a hand and help get this thing rolling.
Let's talk about the impact of the economics of the tourism here.
Oh, there's most definitely an impact. It's noticeable. The motorcycle traffic in town over the last 8 years has increased. I couldn't even hazard a guess. I'd say tenfold. It used to be if you heard a bike, your head snapped around because oh goody, there's somebody on a bike coming to town, and now it's commonplace.
Right.
I know that there's more bikers on the road every year, but at the same time, they weren't coming here, and now they are. So it's definitely had an impact.
I really have that feeling. Your drive and your passion for this thing. I mean, you've persevered where many others would have given up a long time ago. And I think that passion is really evident in your rally. I mean, I look at your Facebook page, the comments from people who have attended the event, how thrilled they are with everything that you've done. And people are starting to truly understand this is almost, not quite, but almost a one-man show.
Well, it's definitely days it feels like it, but yeah, no, I have a good team behind me for sure. It's sometimes it's stressed, everything's stretched to the absolute limit, but we manage.
Let's talk about your team. Who all helps you?
I've got my key people here in town, and Mark Kusman and his wife Val, and my buddy Robin, who's out of town quite a bit, but his job takes him out of town quite a bit. So again, it's hard for some of the other older riders in town. Some of them are in their 70s. So
But they all want to see this done.
They all want to see this done. This is what we're all about.
If there was one thing you would like our audience to understand about what it's going to take to get this memorial done, what would it be?
We're definitely going to need the help of people in the riding community to get this done. And we're going to be putting the word out any way we can that we need trades, we need people to come here, equipment operators, masoners, landscapers, fencers, all of it. We need the help. There's no question about it. And I'm pretty confident we're going to get it too. So this is happening. It's been a long road, but it's happening now. So
it has been a long road for the Two Hills rally and for the memorial here in Two Hills. But as I sit here and look at it, I mean, the buildings are there. Those are very real.
Well, our vision for the memorial right now is the site is it's rectangular. It's on a east-west plane. The main pavilion is pretty much in the center of the site. So we'd like the monument to be on the westernmost side of the acreage. So with the trees behind it, sun setting on it, beautiful. I envision it as in the summer when the sun sets. I can envision that. It's all going to be in the. We had a considerable amount of masonry donated to us by the United Farmers, and it's going to be built with that, and then with the metal sculpture of the rider and bike and cross on the top, the traditional silhouette that all bikers are familiar with.
Well, folks, if you watch this, there are ways that you can donate, whether it be your time or your money. Time and your skill would be, I would say, donation of choice at this moment. But you can go to runtothehillsrally.com and you can take a check out about the rally, what it's all about, what the memorial's all about. And you can also
donate through that website. The donation buttons will be up very shortly. So I encourage you, doesn't matter whether you live in Newfoundland, the Yukon, British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec, anywhere in this great land, this is our place. And I do believe I'm not out of line, Bob, by saying you want people to own this.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have riders from the UK that have attended our rally on more than one occasion. They've come out and returned because they believe in this.
Right.
You know, I want this to be something that everybody across Canada can say, this is our site. This is our spot. This is where we go to reflect on our losses.
Which community was the most rider-friendly community in 2016? Presented by Community Futures of Alberta, Canada's Most Rider-Friendly Community contest starts September 2016. The Rider-Friendly Business Association, helping you to shop, eat, and play local. www.riderfriendly.ca. The Rider-Friendly Business Association, helping riders find rider-friendly businesses. I'm being joined right now by Bob Ross, event coordinator of the Run to the Hills Memorial Rally in Two Hills, Alberta, Canada's inaugural most rider-friendly community. Bob, let's talk just a little bit about the rally and how it's gone for its 9th anniversary so far.
We are having a phenomenal rally this year. Phenomenal.
Over 400 registrations last night.
That's right. I think we broke the 500 mark today.
Oh, I know you did. I know you did. How rewarding is it, Bob, to see the Memorial Park open today officially? Your dream of 500 plus riders at your event. And then on top of it all, to win as Canada's most rider-friendly community. Like, that's a trifecta.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We have good support.
You have an amazing community behind you, not just the riding community, but also the community of Two Hills, the county of Two Hills, and as is evidenced here today, the MPs and the MLAs also are very supportive. Talk to the people about what that kind of support means to you and your group that runs this rally and the monument site.
It's overwhelming. That's to get that kind of support. It's been a long time coming and it's a lot of work, but to see that it's paying off and that people are starting to. Sorry.
That's okay. You know what? I am so proud of you to be that emotional because, Bob, so many people in your position would be just very stoic. And what I love about you as an event coordinator is your passion and your heart, and you wear it on your sleeve all the time. And that's what makes this place and this event and this memorial park so special, is your heart and soul.
Well, I try. That's all I can do. It's we couldn't do it without the support of all of these people here. You know, it's the riding community, the community itself. It's and now to see that the general public is beginning to understand the meaning of this.
And that meaning is very clear. The Wayside Memorial Park is all about fallen riders and giving the riding community a really beautiful place to come and spend some time remembering those they loved and lost. And if you're in Two Hills, Alberta area, and maybe if you're not, you need to plan to come here and spend some time of reflection at this monument. Next year is the 10th anniversary.
Next year is the 10th anniversary.
And next year the monument gets unveiled.
That is our goal, next year, to unveil the Fallen Riders Monument.
I can't wait.
It is going to be an impressive thing. I'm confident that we're going to get this done, and it is going to be something that the riding community can truly be proud of.
The Sports Camera Store in West Edmonton Mall is your one-stop shop for drift and GoPro action cameras. We carry Canada's largest selection of action cam accessories, along with video sunglasses, hidden and surveillance cameras, and more. Visit www.sportscamerastore.com or stop into our West Edmonton Mall location, lower level by the bay. Thinking of starting a new business? Expanding an existing one? What could you do if you had a team? We'll meet your new team.
Hi, I'm Holly Sorgen. I'm the Executive Director. My name is Wanda Shepherd. I work in administration.
My name is Sherry Breen. I am the Controller.
My name is Leah Holler. I work with Community Futures.
This is Shane Wallace. I'm the Contract Business Analyst.
My name is Gennine Harder.
Community Futures, growing communities, one idea at a time. I'm being joined right now by Shannon Stubbs, the Member of Parliament for this region of Two Hills, Alberta. Shannon, tell me what it means to you to see all of the volunteerism, all of the passion and heart that's gone into not just this memorial park, but the run that made the memorial park happen.
Well, it has been years and years of relentless dedication by Bob Ross and all of his volunteers, and it shows that even though you are a small town, if you've got a gigantic spirit of love and compassion and memorial in this case, and you make the efforts and you put in the hard work, that you can make your vision come to fruition. So Bob is very humble as a person and doesn't like to take a lot of credit, but I think the countless hours that he's put into it and the efforts he's undertaken just can't be underestimated and can't be thanked enough. It's a proud moment for our whole community.
I agree. I think that this little community has had so many stellar volunteers, of which Bob is one. I mean, what he's doing, he gets no pay for.
Yeah.
The only gratitude this man gets is seeing all of the riders come to the run, and then for them to be able to use this park, the chapel, and next year to be able to go and pay respects at the monument. That's an enormous undertaking. He's faced numerous challenges and always been able to overcome. And I think that's the spirit of rural Alberta.
I couldn't agree more, and we see that in so many ways all the time. I think particularly most recently in response to the fires in Fort McMurray, and the way in particular that this region in rural Alberta was the front line of supporting our neighbours in Fort McMurray, and I know we continue to do that in the community, certainly throughout Lakeland and across Alberta. But I think you're exactly right. Rural Albertans, they do what needs to be done. They help their neighbour, they care about their community, and they don't need to wait around a lot for government or bureaucrats or anybody to help them pave the way or to tell them what to do. And that's the best thing about rural Alberta.
I think one other thing about rural Alberta that you've missed is that they don't ask to be patted on the back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, and that's totally the case with Bob Ross and all of his volunteers. It's just selfless, quiet, diligent, dedicated, hour after hour of work and effort and creativity to get all of this done, to overcome their obstacles and to achieve what they wanted to do. It speaks to the strength of both this community, but I think the larger biker community. And, they've been dedicated and committed to Two Hills too, and to make all of this happen.
Yes, and it was wonderful to be able to present this community with the inaugural winning trophy for Canada's Most Rider-Friendly Community Contest. Speak a little bit about what you think that's going to do for the town of Two Hills and this region.
Well, I think that it just is reflective of the way that this community will pull together. And you have a leader like Bob who, he was really a driving force between the votes going in to get Two Hills nominated. And as you know, Two Hills came out in front of other communities across Canada who have, populations of 60,000 and upward, and beat them by thousands of votes. So again, that's a testament locally to Two Hills, and also again to the biker community right across Alberta, I think, and their commitment to Two Hills.
I agree. Well, thank you so much for taking some time with me, Shannon. It was wonderful to get to meet you and to have you here and helping Bob with the dedication.
Well, I appreciate that, but it's an inspiration to meet you, actually, so thank you for being here and for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At this moment, I'm being joined by the Two Hills County Reeve, Mr. Alan Sayler. Alan, tell me a little bit about what you think of this park being revitalized into a chapel and a place for riders to come and remember their fallen.
I'm sure that when you look at this place, many hearts are filled because of the facility, the serene, the ability to come here in peace and quietness and meditate. I think that it is a beautiful little spot that has been rejuvenated to make it worthy of the fallen comrades that they recognize. I see that they're planting flowers, shrubs, and I said, this is a real beautiful spot. It's just like a Garden of Eden.
It is, isn't it? As a reeve for the county, what do you think that having an attraction like this is going to do for your county?
It's going to give us a name. It's going to recognize us as a friendly community, a welcoming community where the spirit of brotherhood is always going to be with us. I think it's a facility and a rally that's going to be here for years to come since we were the first. It'll never be forgotten. And the Brotherhood of Bikers is always going to be welcome. There is a good stigma attached to these people that have come here. They're very friendly, they're welcoming, and we just open our arms to them.
Well, I want to thank you very much for taking the time with me today and for coming out and helping with this dedication.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be here, and God bless in the future.
Thank you, sir.
Two Hills Alberta, winner of the inaugural Canada's Most Rider-Friendly Community Contest, home to the Run to the Hills Memorial Rally and Wayside Fallen Riders Park. Two Hills Alberta, Canada's most rider-friendly community. Moncton, New Brunswick, home of Atlantic Cade Motorcycle Festival and runner-up community in the inaugural Canada's Most Rider-Friendly Community Contest, sponsored by Community Futures of Alberta.
My name is Shane Wallace. I'm the contract business analyst with Community Futures Grand Prairie and Region. What I enjoy most about what it is that I do is the incredible variety of businesses that I end up getting to work with. People come in all the time and they're looking to start a new company or expand a company, and it's an ever-changing group of people who make it the most interesting place to actually spend time and work with committed entrepreneurs. I think what motivates me to keep doing it is watching businesses grow, watching them succeed, watching the impact that they have on the region. When we have new people coming in, new clients coming in and saying, I really want to start a company and I'm lining up contracts with this company and that company and this company over here, and I think to myself, yeah, I talked to that person and that person's a client and that business is a client and that was a former client, and we just get to see all the networks of all the people that we've managed to help or help them grow or given them some advice or given them a loan to get started. It's really kind of an incredible feeling to know that there are that many people out there who are integrally linked to the Community Futures Network, even if they're not aware of it. I think what frustrates me the most is, given the region that we live in and how robust it is, even despite an economic downturn, it can be incredibly frustrating to have so many people and so many great possibilities and then still have a problem finding all of the access to capital that we need. Our funding is not performance-based, so we see so many clients and we see so many, like I said, so many great possibilities, and being able to try and track down all the funding for them and find all the money and keep doing it and not have that money be recognized as, or not come in as a recognition of all of the other loans that we've done, can be frustrating because it's a constant worry of where's the next loan going to come from. So that can definitely be frustrating. Inspires me. I think I talked about that. Really the businesses that we get to work with. 20, 30, 40, 50 new businesses a year, and we're constantly watching new ones launch and old ones grow. That's an incredible inspiration to watch all of those businesses, even if they are in struggle, continue to work through it and find those solutions for them, or help them find the solutions for themselves. Can be a great inspiration. If I could give myself advice, if I could give myself a piece of advice, it would probably be, what would I give myself as advice? Slow down a little. Don't take quite so much on. Think a little more clearly. Pay attention a little more. That would probably be it.
I'm being joined right now by Interim Mayor Sunny Raju for the town of Two Hills. Sunny, tell me what this monument, this park, and the designation as Canada's most rider-friendly community of 2015 means to you, your council, and this community.
We've repeatedly congratulated the committee. As the reporter for the local newspaper, we've never failed to recognize and understand the importance of this monument. It will become a landmark for this, not just the town and the county, but for the region. I want to again express my thanks to Bob Ross and to you, Rainey, and the committee that would put in so much of hard work. The fact that my council and the staff of the town of Two Hills have fallen behind Bob Ross and his organization speaks volumes for the importance of this wonderful project. And I want to really thank all that are involved. Two Hills needed a boost, and this has certainly given us an economic boost. Thanks.
Thank you, Sunny. Deeply appreciate it. Thank you. I'm being joined right now by MLA Hanson from Lac-La-Biche, Two Hills, and St. Paul. And he came out for the dedication ceremony for the Wayside Fallen Riders Memorial Park. What does that mean to the region, do you think?
Actually, I'm very proud that it happened here in Two Hills, actually, because this is my hometown. I was born here, and by accident, my son was also born here. So I've got a real deep connection with Two Hills. I was very proud to see this dedication, and that they got awarded the most rider-friendly community in Canada, and it's amazing.
It's been an interesting ride for this community with the oil field and all of the challenges there. And I mean, Two Hills has so many manufacturing businesses, and everybody's been struggling. And what I'm hearing is that this contest, this memorial site, and the upcoming monument that's going to be built here has really given Two Hills and the Two Hills County area a big emotional boost.
Yeah, I think it was very, very, very timely because, as you said, a lot of the companies up here that manufacture for the oil field are suffering. You know, a couple of very good, strong community members have actually left, and something like this is very positive. It's recognized all over the nation and puts a small town like Two Hills on the map. It's amazing. The work that was done here is amazing.
What do you think of the inside of this little chapel?
Well, I remember when this little chapel was a provincial park where we used to come and roast wieners and have school picnics at.
Right.
So when I go in there and see what you guys have done with it, or what the people have done with it, it's very cool. It's very impressive.
Well, I want to thank you very much again for coming out, helping us share this very special day in the riding community, and for making Bob understand. Maybe finally the man understands how much he's really appreciated.
Well, I think we're all very proud of Bob here in Two Hills, and like I said, as my hometown, I'm very proud of the community. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's all for another episode of Ride Like a Local. I hope you enjoyed exploring Two Hills Alberta, Canada's most rider-friendly community from the 2015 riding season. Next time, we're in Wetaskiwin, Alberta, at the Reynolds Alberta Museum for the Ride to the Reynolds.